2023. This year is our second year running these wonderful awards celebrating the frugal, low-cost and innovative hacks that are being created across the disability community around 6 countries that we run these awards in. That's the United States and Canada, United Kingdom and Northern Ireland, Australia and New Zealand. Today we announce our winners in support of International Day of Persons with Disabilities. This year it falls on the 3rd of December, which is on the Sunday, so today is the first and we are taking today to announce our winners. The stream should last around about 40 minutes or so, and we will hear from various individuals across open inclusion. We will also hear from our sponsors this year, IDPWD and Eli Lilly. We will also hear from some of our judges that have taken part this year, and we will also hear from some of our international partners, such as the Discovery Awards, where you will hear from Den talking about the Zero Project Conference and the International Discovery Awards that's going to be happening in February of 2024. So without further ado, I'd like to hand over and welcome Christine to talk a little bit about open inclusion and her thoughts on this year's awards.
Thanks Josh, and thanks everyone for coming and joining us for this year's International Day of People with Disabilities 2023 as we announce the second year winners of the Simply Open Awards. Firstly, a big thank you to our sponsors, AMVBBDO and Eli Lilly, without whose continued support in this second year we wouldn't have been able to fund and run these awards. I'd also like to thank our wonderful judges for taking the time and the care and the attention to detail to go from a really wonderful collection of applications to our finalists for this year. And to all of the organisations in the 6 countries that we run these awards, thank you for sharing these across your community so those people with really wonderful solutions were aware that these awards exist and were able to apply and share their awards. Which leads us, of course, to the applicants. Thank you. Thank you for your innovativeness and thank you for the time you've taken to record your wonderful solutions, frugal innovations, low cost, really creative solutions to barriers and frictions that exist so that other people can learn from them as well. We really appreciate your time and care putting it together. So to all of you, best of luck. Let's move on to the next part of the show.
Thank you so much, Christine. And before we go into announcing the winners, I would just like to share with you a very quick message from one of our wonderful judges who was supporting the first round of judges this year. His name is Angel Perez, and he is from Asampa Inclusion. He is a disability, digital inclusion and accessibility consultant.
Hello, this is Angel Perez. I just wanted to say how grateful I was to be able to review and to judge the applications for the Open Awards 2023. It was exciting and very insightful to see the level of talent and the level of creativity that people put onto the applications. I look forward to seeing the winners and yes, thank you for letting me participate and for showing me into your world.
Thanks, Perez. I'd now like to welcome one of our sponsors this year, AMVBBDO. They are one of the largest marketing brand agencies in the world. They have worked with over 85 of some of the world's biggest brands. They are also part of the BBDO network, which is owned by Omnicom Group, which is the 3rd largest in the world. They kindly sponsored our Simply Open Awards last year and was one of the sponsors again this year. And we have the pleasure of welcoming Maddie and Summer to announce their top 5 winners of the Simply Open Awards 2023. We will start from 5th to 1st place. Prizes range from £100 for 5th place, £250 for 4th place, £500 for third place, £1,000 for second place, and £1,500 for first place. So over to AMV BBDO.
In fifth place, winning £100, is Carlos Ruiz for their Simply Wonderful wall-mounted table hack.
As a wheelchair-bound, it's been hard to find the right table to perform all my daily activities. Sometimes they're either too high or low, hard to let my legs and chair go all the way through so I can feel comfortable. I live in a studio and a big desk is not an option. So I ended up combining a table and 2 pair of folding stands that together, with the right size and right height, are making my life so much easier. From being a support in my artwork while helping me in the right posture for my arms, to simply enjoy my meals without the struggle in positioning my head in order to reach my plate of food. By clicking the switches under the table, it's easy to put it away if needed. I can accommodate myself as I please depending on my needs. This little foldable friend table is a great hack that as a right-handed allows me to lean down my heavy arm and let it rested without getting tired. Life is always full of challenges, and it's up to us to play the game and conquer our everyday battles.
In fourth place, winning £250, is Claire Buckle for their ingenious coat toggle tie-up hack.
So I am going to show you one of my hacks for tying up my hair. So I am not sure you will understand, but a coat like this can help you tie your hair up. If your coat has a toggle inside it, then that toggle can be used to tie your hair up. So here is my one-handed hair bubble. So it's a toggle off a coat, actually with a elasticated bungee, and I have just actually made knots in either end so that it is secure. What you have to do is you have to make a loop that your head goes through. You actually pull your hair through it like this, and then you actually make the loop tight, and you have to mind your and you have to mind your ears on this one. And then using the hand that I struggle with is you just make the rope and inside there, turn your head over, pull all of your hair through and over your head, and then as you stand up you just make the loop smaller, and you can have your hair up. The question is, what do you do actually with the extra long bungee rope? Well, you just then tie it around the back. So it's all around the back like that. And then clip it underneath. And there you go. You have your hair tied up one-handedly.
In third place, winning £500, is Jennifer Hamilton for their hugely resourceful sippy cup hack.
It's Josh Wintersgill here, going to read out on behalf of Jennifer Hamilton her application. We encourage applicants as part of the Simply Open Awards to submit their solutions in video format But in order to make this inclusive and as accessible as possible, we do allow others to submit in alternative formats that are most suited for them. And in this case, Jennifer submitted a written document alongside some photos. And I'm going to read out her written application, and you will also have on screen 2 images that will show her hack. So this is what Jennifer had said in her application. I have a neurological disorder and my hands have developing atrophy. It was becoming difficult to hold a cup without spilling it. At home, I could use a cup with a lid and a handle, but remembering to take it plus remembering to wash it was extremely hard. As my hands worsened, they became sensitive to the heat. I carried croquetted cup covers for takeaway cups. And one day I noticed baby cup sippers with handles. That is what I needed, if only they were big enough. On closer inspection, I found the lids could be taken off, leaving the bottom half with handles. It takes different sizes of disposable cups and doesn't need to be washed each time I use it. It just gets put back in my bag. It was also great in lockdown as I was never exposed to touching things or surfaces that could be exposed to COVID. I could travel in my chair to my favourite coffee shop. They placed the cup in the sipper and I could drink my coffee as I travelled home. That's the reading of Jennifer's application for her baby cup sipper with handles.
In second place, winning £1,000, is Peter Rickards for his exceptionally smart, sensible hack.
My name is Peter. I'm almost totally blind and I like to still get about in the community, and this is all possible because of Sensible. This Sensible is a multi-directional cane tip which goes smoothly forwards and backwards and left and right. It is invented by myself and my industrial design trained son, Rowan, to be fitted to as many different types of canes as are on the market. Sensible, because of its unique multi-directional design, enables me to walk safely and with confidence over any type of surface. While all cane tips help us going upstairs, Sensible's unique design makes us feel much safer and more confident going downstairs. Sensible comes into its own, particularly on escalators, because you can feel exactly where to get on and off the escalator. Many vision impaired people have tested the Sensible and the results have been very positive.
So I'm coming up to a curb. Now I'm at the curb and I've got the cane tip in front of me. It's a down ramp and it's able to detect the difference between the bitumen and the cement. You can feel the difference in surface with this tip. Now I'm walking, crossing the road and I'm coming up to a curb. What I really like about this is the way it just hits the curb and then rolls up. I'll do that again. It hits the curb and just rolls up the curb. Now I'm onto some grass and I'm walking along and now I'm on a footpath and there's a bit of a gap between the footpath and the nature strip. In other words, the nature strip is lower than the footpath. A lot of cane tips get stuck here. They hit it, they'd be stuck. You'd have to lift them up. This one, you hit it and it rolls up. So that makes life so much easier.
Hi, I'm Kathy, and I find guiding Peter is far less stressful and more relaxing for both of us than it was when he was using the traditional cane tip. And when we're in crowds, it's a lot easier because he doesn't have to sweep the cane as much.
In order to get Sensible, this unique device available to help blind and visually impaired people all around the world at an affordable cost, we need your help to get this device marketed and manufactured. In advance, thank you, and you can contact our website at sensible.com.au.
And in first place, winning £1,500, is Kiara Beer for their very creatively presented hacks platform with hair tie example.
Hi, my name is Kiara, and when I was 2 years old, I suffered a stroke resulting in right side hemiplegia. I am not able to use my right hand or arm and do day-to-day tasks such as tying up my hair, getting dressed, putting on jewellery, cooking and driving a car one-handed. So I decided to start a YouTube channel in 2020 called Kiara's One-Handed Life to show people that you can be as independent as you can with a disability and being able to only use one hand. On my YouTube channel, I show people how to tie up your hair and do day-to-day tasks only using one hand. I really wanted to help younger stroke survivors, as when I was younger, there was not a lot of information about stroke in childhood. According to the Stroke Association, more than 400 children are diagnosed with a stroke each year in the UK. One of the videos on my YouTube channel and my solution is how to tie your hair in a ponytail with one hand. I'm going to take a hair tie, I'm going to take this, and I'm just going to put it around my right arm like this, just because then you'll see later when I grab it. So what I'm going to do with my left hand is I'm going to take all my hair, and I'm going to take it all behind me, and then I'm going to take my hairbrush again and brush it so it's looks like it's forming a ponytail. Does that make sense? Not really, so it's forming a ponytail. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my hairbrush down because I can't hold my hairbrush. Then, with my left hand, I'm going to take all my hair and I'm going to put it, actually, I'm going to put my left hand, I'm going to take all my hair, I'm going to push it round to my left shoulder. And with this, with my thumb and index finger, I'm going to take all my hair in my hand and I'm going to hold it like this. And then I'm going to push my hair up with the underside of my hand, still holding all my hair. And I'm just going to carry on twisting it. And then I'm going to continue twisting it until it feels quite tight, because I like a quite tight, high ponytail, until I want it the height I want it at. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold it in my neck and shoulder, and then with this hairband, I'm going to take this hairband into my left hand like this, and I'm going to put it through my hair, pulling my ponytail through like this, and I'm going to twist it again, and then I'm going to take it through the hair tie, probably about 3 or 4 times. I like my hair to be super tight. I like my ponytail to be super tight, so as many times as I can really get it through the ponytail, just because I don't really like my ponytail falling out throughout the day. And then I'm going to pull it with my thumb like this to make sure that I get the tightness. And then I'm just going to push it up my head like this, making sure I've got all the strands out. Like this. And then you could leave it like this, but I've got these like bobbly bits, I don't know if you can see. These bits. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take like normal hairpins. I'm just going to put a hairpin there. So yeah, that's how I do a ponytail with one hand. How I came up with my solution was growing up with hemiplegia and being only able to use one hand. I didn't want to rely on anyone else to do my hair. So I taught myself how to do my hair one-handed, as I wanted to be as independent as I could. I want to show other people with hemiplegia and other stroke survivors that you can be as independent as you can and still have a disability. I have had several comments on my YouTube video. Here are some of the comments I have received, saying, "Thank you because now I know how to tie my hair one-handed." So I believe people are using my solution that way. And I also get video request ideas through my comments as well. So that's my solution. And that's how I believe it helps people. Thank you very much for watching. Bye!
Thank you, AMV, and thank you, Maddie and Summer, for announcing your top 5 Simply Open Award hacks for this year. And a big congratulations, of course, goes to you yourself, Kiara Beer, for your wonderful hack this year. Moving on to our second wonderful sponsor for our Simply Open Awards 2023 this year, and that is Eli Lilly. Eli Lilly also sponsored us last year and continued to be a strong advocate for these awards, raising awareness of the hacks that you've just seen, for example, with AMV across the disability community. I have the absolute pleasure in introducing Darren Rowan, who will talk a little bit about what Eli Lilly do, who they are, and why they're proud to be one of the sponsors for the Simply Open Awards. We will then hear Darren announce their winners for their top 5 hacks this year. Over to you, Darren.
Hello, my name's Darren Rowan and I lead the digital accessibility team here at Eli Lilly and Company. For over 140 years, Lilly has a proud history of uniting care with discovery to create innovative medicines for millions of people across the world. As I think of those key words, care, discovery, and innovation, it's not difficult to find a direct correlation between that and our role for the second year running of being the global sponsors of the Simply Open Awards. Firstly, let me thank everyone for their contributions and their submissions to this year's programme. Being on the judging panel, it was an absolute joy to receive those and look at those homemade solutions which covered a breadth of topics, everything from fitness to finance, from health to hygiene, that sat under the daily living and well-being category. What it did spotlight, as always, is the barriers that people with disabilities face every day. But more importantly, it shone a light on the creative spirit, the resilience and the tenacity that it takes to come up with solutions when you're in a world that is not always designed with you in mind. The beauty of these solutions is that they are simple, frugal, and can easily be adopted by many people across the world. So simply sharing them alone makes you a winner. We really do look forward to revealing who the finalists are soon. But once again, we want to thank everyone for contributing and open inclusion for creating this awards programme. Thank you. So here we go, our finalists in the daily living and well-being category. Thanks once again for everyone for submitting their ideas and solutions and making our judges' job difficult, but a lot of fun at the same time. So in 5th place, we want to congratulate Isabella for her simple and practical solution to managing medication reminders. Well done, Isabella.
Hi, I'm Izzy and I'd like to enter one of my ideas for the Simply Open Awards 2023. So just to tell you very briefly about my condition, I have Crohn's disease, which is a type of inflammatory bowel disease, and the idea that I have and my way of sort of approaching things is more to do with the medication side of my condition. So I'll start with the first question, which is, please tell us why you've created your solution. So one of the biggest challenges I have with my condition, barring the pain management side, is staying on top of the medication. It's a very difficult thing to have because it constantly fluctuates in the amount of days between the doses of the medication I take. This will depend on how much my condition is flaring up at the time, or if it's heading towards possibly being in remission. There's also other factors such as, whilst I can plan, and let's say it's every 7 days I'm taking my injections, I could think, okay, the next one's due in 7 days. If I get any illness at all, and this can include the common cold, so the most mild of illnesses, I'm not allowed to inject, because lowering your immune system through the injections can actually cause a lot of serious health injuries and complications and hospital visits. So even though I have a timeline in mind for medications, they can be disrupted by illnesses and then also if I need to adjust that dose. That is why I needed a solution on how best to remember to take my medication and to sort of combat the changes that would come along. So it's sort of an organisational system that I use to stay on top of that. So the next one is to please demonstrate how my solution works. So it's a very simple solution, but it really helps me, so perhaps it will help others. But I have a very old-fashioned hard copy of my diary for the week, and what I do is I just use a post-it note because I can move it all the time. So I just have a bright yellow post-it note that I write on the name of my injection, and I also write in the diary the day that I should take the injection, and then if I need to move it forwards or backwards, I can just move the sticky note as it goes. And this sticky note, as soon as I've done the injection, it then jumps to the following week, and I'll count out the days after I've injected, and I'll go, right, 7 days, it should be here. And again, it can then move as needed for each week, but I have a rough idea in my mind for when that injection will need to be based on what the sticky note is telling me, so I can have peace of mind and know that I'm not missing a dose. I think is one of those things that if it was daily, it could become part of your routine, but sometimes it's fortnightly or 10 days or a week, and so the constant fluctuation in that can be quite tricky to make sure you're taking what you should take when you should take it, which is obviously a really important aspect to be considering. So the third question, please show or describe to us how you made your solution. So I took a bright post-it note because for me it really needs to stand out so that when I look at my week I can see exactly what day it's happening on. It's not something I'm going to forget. It will stand out compared to all of the black and white on all the other pages, and I just wrote what that was on. I love that it's a post-it note because I can just move it. It's so easy and it's still sticky. So that's sort of the thought process behind why I chose that. It's just something I did and I didn't even think about, and now it's become part of my everyday. I've been doing this for the last 4 years that I've been on the medication I've been on, so it's something I'll do all the time, is check where the post-it note is, update the post-it note, move it around. So it's very much a part of my life now. I can't imagine not having a bright post-it note to tell me when to inject. And the last question, please advise or show us whether anyone else uses or is using your solution. At the moment there's only one other person that I've been able to share this with, because there are a lot of people I know with Crohn's disease and ulcerative colitis, which is the other type of inflammatory bowel disease, but there's lots of different medications out there, and the type of medication I'm on doesn't always work for others, so they'll have daily doses or completely different things going on. So I've only met one individual so far that I've been able to share this with, because like me, they have immunosuppressant injections that they do, and they also find this really useful. So so far it's only one, but if I meet more people, it's some tips that I'll definitely pass on to them about the usefulness of the post-it note. I think that's all the questions for the section, so thank you very much for considering me.
And in fourth place, congratulations go to Laura. And thank you also for enlightening us on how to manage communications as a deaf driver or passenger in a car. Thanks, Laura. In third place, thank you to Celia for sharing her creative solution for overcoming dexterity challenges with everyday products.
My name is Celia Chartres-Aris. I was born with a genetic abnormality which affects the connective tissue in my body, and one of the effects that it's had, aside from everything else, is I have had real problems with the dexterity and the strength in my arms and my hands. So I have had many bone fusions and pins and lovely plates and things put into my arms, and one of the consequences of that is I have lost my opposable thumbs that I have as a human being. So I've had to come up with some creative ways, I suppose, to make my life a little bit easier, and one of the ways that I've come up with, which I feel like could really help other people who struggle with dexterity or strength in their hands and their fingers, is when I'm having a shower, I really struggle to pick up my shampoo bottles and things like that, because they're very heavy and they're usually very wide. So I actually decant everything into miniature travel bottles, and I keep those in my shower, and I'm able to squeeze them like that or squeeze them like that if they're near the end, and they're very light and very easy for me to then be able to shower independently. I don't eat because I have a feeding tube, but they're also great when I did eat as well, to use in the kitchen for things like sauces or oils, and things that might help you cook, hand creams. anything that comes in tubes because they're very difficult to squeeze sometimes. And I always go for the silicone based ones as well because they're also nice and soft on the hands and they're very easy to squeeze with all of my fingers. So that's my little hack for anybody that struggles with dexterity or strength in their hands or in their lower portion of their arms or their fingers.
Excitingly, we're down to the final two. And our congratulations go to the runner-up, Jessie, for not only demonstrating some great life hacks around dexterity barriers, but producing some wonderful videos too that we all enjoyed. Thank you and congratulations once again, Jessie.
I'm Jessie and I'm autistic, dyspraxic, dyslexic. I have ADHD and fibromyalgia, so I have difficulty with the dexterity. Today I'm talking about all the hacks that you'll need for your purse. So I have issues with getting cards in and out and also with coins because of limited grip. But equally, I don't want to just carry it all around in a plastic bag. I do want to be like any other young person and use this purse that I have. So there are two hacks that I'm going to show you. And the first one is for getting your cards out of the card slots. So I find it really difficult to pick at the cards to get them out. So what I do is I have little strips of ribbon that I keep in my purse. And when I'm putting a card in, so here, I'll just get this little bit of ribbon and wrap it as a bit of a sandwich. And then when I put it in the card slot, the ribbon stays there. And then when I want to get a card out, I can just pull on the ribbons and it helps to get the card started coming out. And I can take it out a lot more easily. Then when it comes to dealing with coins, I know not many people use coins, but you still might need it for parking and things. I find it quite difficult to root around in the little pocket in the middle to get the coins out. And equally, I don't want to tip my whole purse upside down and let everything fall out. So really simply, I just put a sandwich bag in the coin section. You can pull it out and then you can tip your coins out, or you can stick your whole hand in to rummage around in there. And that just sits back in there. And you can zip it up. And you're carrying around a normal purse just like everyone else, but it has a small few sort of invisible accessibility features. That is all.
And finally, drum roll please. Our winner of the Daily Living and Wellbeing category goes to Monica, whose wonderful idea of repurposing a broom handle for those taking seated showers was simple, cheap, scalable, and portable for many people who may have permanent and temporary disabilities. We all love the idea in the Lily judging panel, and it's a big thumbs up from all. Once again, well done, Monica.
If you shower sitting down, you know the struggle of trying to get the handheld faucet down on your own. And if you do manage to get it down, look out. And then when you're actually in the shower, where do you set it down where you're not constantly being sprayed with water? Tried to put it here, nope. But luckily, I have found that the command hook broom holder works perfectly for this purpose. Just stick it to your shower wall and you can put the handheld faucet right in it. Then you can turn it whatever direction you want so the water is either spraying on you or away from you. It works perfectly. I give it 2 disabled thumbs way up.
Once again, a big thank you to you, Darren, and the team at Eli Lilly who continue to support us. And thanks for announcing your top 5 winners for this year. And a big congratulations also must go to Monica Thomas for your wonderful hack. As part of the Simply Open Awards, we also have another prize that goes to the top charitable organisation who refers the most applicants from their community to share their hacks into the Simply Open Awards. Now I'm going to hand over to Christine, our founder at Open Inclusion, who you heard from earlier, to announce this year's NGO winner.
Wow, what a great set of solutions from this year's Simply Open Awards. I'm sure you'll all join me in congratulating each and every one of our winners here today. Now we have one additional award to give, and that's to the organisation that has shared the awards out widely across their community and got the largest number of applicants from within their membership. This is a thank you to all of the organisations who work so hard to make sure that this is known across their communities, and those that wish to apply for the award can. So, without further ado, the Organisation of the Year this year for the Simply Open Awards goes to Physical Disability Australia. Thank you so much for sharing this across your membership, and we'll be in touch with you very shortly so we can make a donation to you. Thank you all.
Thank you, Christine, and a big congratulations goes to Physical Disability Australia from myself and the rest of the team. And of course, thank you to all NGOs who have supported us in promoting the Simply Open Awards to your communities this year. The final prize that we are going to be announcing today is the Judges Spot Prize Award, and this is awarded to an application that hasn't made the top 10 for this judging, however has been selected to receive a prize for their award anyway from the judges this year. To announce the Judges Spot Prize, we are welcomed by Amber O'Shea, who works at Australia Network on Disability. So I'd like to hand over to you, Amber. Over to you.
Hello from Australia. My name is Amber O'Shea and I'm the Head of Strategy with the Australian Network on Disability. It was an absolute pleasure to once again partner with Open Inclusion to help judge this year's Simply Open Awards. It was actually very difficult to judge because we had so many innovative solutions and hacks that were sent through to us from you. So thank you so much for your submissions. We had to judge with different criteria such as replicability, but also frugality. So how easy is it for others to be able to replicate your hacks and then create impact for themselves? I have the very exciting announcement today to say that Australia, for the first time, has placed as an award winner. I get to announce today the Judges Wildcard Award, which goes to a very excited person, I hope there will be, in Australia, to receive £750 as the prize winnings. This goes to Melanie Hawkes. Congratulations, Melanie, on your very innovative hack of the stick. We look forward to helping share in the celebration with you, and a big congratulations from the team at Australian Network on Disability.
Hello, my name's Melanie and I live in Western Australia. I made a stick. Due to my physical disability, I can't do a lot with my hands and my fingers due to deformities and strength issues. So I got my first stick when I was at uni because I couldn't reach the lift button and I got stuck in a lift and missed a lecture. So my first stick was made of wood. It was just a dowel from a local hardware store. I've since upgraded to fiberglass because I was always breaking the wooden ones. So it's just a lightweight piece of fiberglass, quite narrow as you can see. On this end I have a piece of plastic tubing to protect my teeth because I put it in my mouth for extra strength all the time. Just don't tell my dentist. At this end I have a piece of just a rubber tip that gives me extra grip when I go to move something. And just before the end I have a lucky band, and that's so things that dangle on it don't fly up and hit me in the face, and also because it's easier for my dog to pick it up from the lucky band, because if I drop it on the floor it's too flat for him to pick it up, so the lucky band helps him. So what can I do with it? I can do everything pretty much my hands can't do. I can scratch my head or my ear or anywhere else I can't reach. I can pick up things. There's my dog Upton in the background. So I have a loop and I can hold my work card and my bus card and swipe on and off the bus and the train with it, and also swipe in and out of the office. So everything I have pretty much that I need to pick up has a loop on it so that I can grab it with my stick. I can press light switches with it. I can open doors. I can also open a hinge door. And I made sure that when they built the house for me, that my door handles were flat on top, not rounded so the stick didn't slide off. Can also move my phone, as you can see there. And I will demonstrate opening the blind. With my stick. And there you have it. I don't know anyone else who has the same kind of stick, but I don't leave home without it, very rarely anyway. And yeah, it's made me more independent than anything else that I've come across for such a simple solution as well. I have a short one that I can use the microwave with. So I'm going to put my dinner in the microwave using my sticks. I can turn on the power point with my long stick, and then I pick up my short microwave stick that I keep here. This one I keep clean for kitchen jobs. Push the button to open it. I can push the buttons on my chair. I raise my chair up to the right level. I can drive in, push it in with my short stick, change the lid to sideways, show it with my short stick and press the buttons. So yeah, it travels everywhere with me and I use it all the time. And yeah, it's changed my life. Such a simple thing. Thank you.
Thank you, Amber from A&D, for announcing Melanie Hawkes as our judges wildcard for 2023. I now would like to introduce Den from the International Discovery Awards, who will talk a little bit about who they are and what the plan is for later this year, and perhaps maybe, and only maybe, is there one person here that could be up for a trip to Vienna. We won't know until the 10th of December. However, here's a quick message from our partners, International Discovery Awards. Over to you, Den.
This is Den. I am from Enable India, and also today I have come to you to talk about Discovery Awards. You all know that with collaboration with Zero Project and Enable India, along with our partners like Open, Enable Me, Google, and Billion Strong, we work to recognize the grassroots innovators. The grassroots innovation is key for people with disabilities and their stakeholders to take a leap towards independence and dignity. In that way, I can tell you that this year, in the month of February, first Discovery Awards was held, and during that time, a winner from our country, India, and a winner from Germany received Discovery Award. This year, we have shortlisted certain Discovery Award winners, and on 10th of December, Zero Project Social Media will announce the winners. The jury of 3 members have chosen 2 award winners, but let that be a suspense till the World Human Rights Day on 10th December. But I would like to congratulate Open Inclusion because you have some surprises installed, because you will understand the surprise during our work at Zero Project, and when you get the notification about the winners, which would be written to all the partners. I would like to encourage all the innovators, because every day is a challenge, and to overcome those challenges we try to find our own solutions, and those solutions are key to our survival, and those are key innovations that we make as people with disabilities and the stakeholders. I want to congratulate all the winners from Open for Simply Open Awards, and I will like to tell you that keep your fingers crossed, because you never know, you can be the next winner for Discovery Awards, and you will get an opportunity to go and present your solution in Zero Project Conference in Vienna. So, saying all this, I will take a bye from now, and I'll tell you that all the best, take care, and all my best wishes to all of us on this day of International Day for Persons with Disabilities. Take care.
Thanks, Den, and thanks for explaining a little bit more about Zero Project Conference and the announcement that is going to be coming up later on the 10th of December. So to all of you winners that announced today, please stay tuned, follow our socials, and also please do follow the Discovery Awards and Enable India on social media, where maybe one of you might be lucky enough to pick up that trip to go to Vienna in February next year. So again, a big thank you to all of our wonderful sponsors, AMV, BBDO and Eli Lilly, for supporting us yet again for another year. A big thank you to all of the judges. Without your support, it makes the judging a much harder process for us, so we thank you very much for your generous time in supporting us with that. And a big thank you goes to all of you who have submitted applications this year, and to all of our winners as well. And I'd just like to extend a big thanks to the team behind the scenes, such as Millie Potts and Ali Ingersoll, who really help drive and pull these awards together to make it the awards program that it is that you see, and the winners that are announced and presented in front of everyone today. So a big thanks from me, and please stay tuned to our socials to follow more for the awards, hopefully next year, where we will open them around to Global Accessibility Awareness Day in May of next year. Do follow us on Open Inclusion across our socials. You can also visit us at www.openinclusion.com, where you can register and sign up and join our community and take part in lots of paid opportunities for research and insight. So once again, thanks from me, and that's it for 2023. Thank you.